had Megan looking real ready for the court, didn't they? If that wasn't a court look, I don't know what was. The bob with the suit, that was classic ready for court. They got her together. They got her together.
People say I don't belong here. How the hell she get her own tier? In my heart, y'all put no fear. Fuck you, nigga, just to be clear. I'm tired of all of y'all fake misses, acting like you really fuck with me. See you skimming, really want my spot. You claim me bully, but I know you not. Little thick bitch in my bars, heavy in my flow, deadly my name carry.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl Shana, and we're here with another reaction video. So, y'all, we have the whole Tory Lanez in this thing, right? What the? Why does it look like this? Like there's no title or nothing. There's no comments or anything on here.
Resumes.
That's weird. But anyway, we have the Tory Lanez sentencing. Well, not sentencing, but it's like a little update as far as the case. So I don't wish this on nobody. You know, I don't condone anyone getting shot at. I wasn't there, so I can't tell the story. Even though things have went the way they have gone in court, you know, Megan won. I mean, I'm not going to discredit her. So by law, she won. So it's like, all right, he shot her. And I don't condone that. You know, I hate that for her. And I hate that for him too, because he's facing like 20-something years, you guys. And I just, like, wow, that's a lot for nobody to have died, is what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, that's a lot for no one to have died. But I understand he wasn't even supposed to be in possession or near a gun anyway. So there's a lot of factors that, you know, play into this this case. It's just sad to see talent, you know. It's sad to see talent. But I mean, I think everybody should have their day. If you did the crime, then definitely you should do the time. But it's just sad to see talented people, you know, just hash it out like this. It seems like it was all over a domestic situation that we've all witnessed. We've all seen or witnessed a domestic situation. So it's just sad to see that. Because for one of my domestics, I could have ended up in a same situation like that. You know, in jail, or my partner in jail at the time. So I really hate that. I really hate that. I really hate that. And I hope I mean, I don't know what all may come from this, but I mean, hopefully he does not get 20-something years in prison. That is wild. That is wild to me. So y'all, let's check this video out. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe. Go ahead and do that for me. And let's hit the play button.
After an hours-long court proceedings postponed it, Tory was found guilty in December for shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the feet and injuring her. This happened in 2020. His defense attorneys filed a motion for a new trial, but a judge denied it. ABC News legal contributor and trial attorney Brian Buckmeyer is joining us for more on this. Now, Brian, yesterday the judge said that he received 76 letters in support of Tory Lanez, and that several people even read statements in court, including the mother of his child. There's a chaplain at the jail also, and a psychologist. Could this play a role, do you think, in his sentencing?
See what I'm saying? Like, this is what makes it crazy, because I don't want Tory to go to prison. You know, he has family. He got kids out here. You know, he's living his dream. You know, I hate to see another man, another black man especially, go to prison. You know, I hate that. And there is no but, okay? I know y'all thought it was a but. It's not a but. I also don't want to discredit Megan either. You know, this is just a sad. I wish they could have handled this outside of court. I wish they could have handled this outside of court. Megan feeling a little jealous because he and Kylie face like, girl, but you Megan. You're Megan, and I get it. Like, maybe she loved Tory. I don't know. It was weird, because how can you love me? He was with your friend. It's crazy. You should have. It wouldn't have went down like that. It wouldn't have went down like that. You know, Because I just don't see none of this being worth it. I see none of this being worth the outcome.
Good morning, Kana. Interesting enough, also Iggy Azalea is reported to have sent a letter as well. I think it does play an important role in this case because, again, the minimum sentencing guideline here is 9. The max he can getting is 22 years and 8 months.
The minimum is 9. Max is 20. And I heard they're pushing for the max. From what I seen in another video, was just like, y'all pushing for 22 years. Possibly more. Like I said, I don't condone any violence to, you know, being done to anybody, you know. But there's people who kill people who've gotten less than 20-something years. People who raped people and get no time. And you mean to tell me, like, he gets possibly 20-something years for shooting her in the foot? If that's really what happened, we just gotta go. We know how court is. Court about what you can prove, okay? And I just feel like, you know, it's people who are doing less time for purposely harming folks. Like, I mean, yes, that shit's purposely, but you get what I'm saying. There's no way somebody who rapes somebody can get probation or no time or 2-3 years and he gets 22. There's no, that's not adding up to me.
But the prosecution is asking for 13. And the reason why I kind of paint that picture is these impact statements are going to have the judge thinking, where on the line should I be putting the jail sentence here? I think these letters push him lower and lower below that 13-year mark, even though the defense is asking for probation. And I think it does help, but the question is, how much does it help in comparison to the rest of the information provided?
Right, and the chaplain, I know, talked about his good behavior in jail. The psychologist also gave a statement that said Tory was diagnosed with PTSD and anxiety disorder, and that he would be a good candidate for the facility that she works at. Does that help his case?
So, personally, I would say no, but I think it's a very stylistic issue in the sense that the first part, the PTSD and any diagnosis that he has, does, I think, help him in saying, Judge, this is not a person we should be putting in jail for long periods of times, because jail doesn't help these things, it makes them worse. But in saying that he's a good candidate for a specific place in a facility, I've seen judges turn around and say, great, I know the exact place they should be going. He should be going to this jail, this facility, to get the help, so he's not shooting at women's feet in the street. So I think it can go both ways.
Right.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. And I was thinking of it at a different point of view, actually, by saying that, like, because it's like, he's saying he didn't do it. And so she's saying he has PTSD and all these other situations to where jail is not good for him. He should be going to other facilities. Part of it would make me think, like, by him saying, owning up to the PTSD and owning up to whatever else. Like, okay, you're owning up to it. Why, though? Like, why are you owning up to having PTSD and everything else? If other than just to stay out of jail for that purpose of just people with PTSD don't work good in jails. But it seemed like owning that could lead to owning up to possibly admitting that he did that. You get what I'm saying? Like, into admitting that this is why maybe things went too far, because I have this is how I handle it. So and like you said, the judge would say, okay, I agree, he do need to be in a facility. And I know a facility for him over there. So, I like him. I like him. He's smart. He's smart. He's smart. I like that. I didn't think of his point of view like that. I thought of it how I just told y'all. But now that I have 2 of those, I definitely agree with him. I don't like that he should be going to this type of facility over here. Let's just try to get these years chopped off. They got to get these years chopped.
The LA County Deputy District Attorney read Megan's victim impact statement on her behalf, where she said that she hasn't experienced a single day of peace since she was shot by Tory, and she couldn't bring herself even to be in the room with him again. So how important is her statement?
her statement, I think, is the most important statement. She also said in that letter that do not take her absence as anything else but protecting her mental health. That Tory Lanez had issued a campaign against her through his music, supposedly hiring people and bloggers to put out false information and misinformation. We've seen in this country when it comes to the prosecution of men where the women are the victims of the question of believing them. And I think we saw here firsthand, especially for a black woman, where so many people disbelieved her. We've even seen people like 50 Cent come out and say, hey, I was wrong.
Yeah, and that's why I said I don't want to discredit Megan, because we were not there. I know a lot of people are on Tory's side, and a lot of people, you know, like you said, she hasn't been able to have peace, and that probably did happen to her. You know, it probably did. People don't want to, it's a lot of people who do not want to see Tory go away. It's a lot of people who do not believe Megan, and I do believe that she was getting bullied. I'm sure she was getting talked about and talked to like, girl, just drop this shit. Just drop it. Just drop it. Just drop it. But that's not fair to her, because this is her story to tell. And who is you or anyone else to tell someone how to tell their story? You know, she was hurt. She was hurt. She got hurt. She told her story, and it's sad, and it's even more sad because of the story. Other things started coming out, character issues are coming out, moral issues are coming out. Do I agree with what Megan did? No, by no means. And my friends ain't gotta ever worry about me thinking they man cute, cause that ain't even me. That's not me. I don't have that vibe at all. Once I deem you as my man's friend, you're my both my man's friend or my friend's man. Once I deem that, that is that. I don't gotta worry about it. That ain't it. But we do, you know, it's kind of a struggle, because like I said, I would hate for Tory to go. He got kids. I don't want to see any man talking from his family, his kids, and his talent. You feel me? But I also want to stand up for our fellow black women as well, you know, and I don't want to take from her story, and nobody take from the story. So I can just imagine her DMs. I can just imagine, and kudos to people like 50 Cent and others who came out and apologized, that I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said these things about you. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. I'm sorry I might have contributed into whatever negativity that was, you know, thrown at you. That takes a lot of guts, takes a lot of courage, and that takes a lot of, you know, just being able to put pride to the side. So kudos to him and those like him.
About this case was incorrect, but now that the conviction is about to happen and the verdict's already come in, everyone is believing Megan Thee Stallion. The jury has believed this case, and I think that, as the judge has put it himself, he's not considering remorse, but the post actions of Tory Lanez will be considered and will go into the sentencing. That to me is,
they had Megan looking real ready for the court, didn't they? If that wasn't a court look, I don't know what was. The bob with the suit. That was classic ready for court. They got her together.
It's going to be at least double digits in terms of a sentence.
Oh, double digits. Interesting, because prosecutors here, right, asking for the judge to hand down a 13-year sentence, but Tory's attorneys say maybe he should only get probation, perhaps be released from jail to enter a residential substance abuse program. So how do you see that playing out then?
Yeah, I think that these victim impact statements are putting him in the double digits. The defense asked for probation, but even in their motions, they said, we understand he is not eligible based on the law. The law in California looks at the maximum being about 23 years, and said should be about half. And so I think he's going to get somewhere in that 13 range, maybe a little bit more.
All right, ABC News legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer, our thanks as always to you.
Man.
Hi, everyone. George.
Like, realistically, y'all, can y'all imagine Tory getting 13 years? Seriously. Can y'all really imagine Tory getting 13 years? Another question. Can you imagine being at the peak of your career? You're on top. You're that dude or that girl. And then something like this. Something something that got out of hand that we done seen plenty of times before in our neighborhood. We all know a couple that take shit too far. I know a couple that went on high-speed chases, went to court, she done ran her car into his car. Listen, I done went on a high-speed chase to get my daughter. Look, story time. Okay? Domestic disputes. But just imagine being the top pick of your career. You making as much, the most money you done ever made. Everybody knows you. Everybody needs you because you come with fire versus your music. You can produce the hell out of a songs. You're just that lyric. You just making great music. Everybody wants a Tory feature. Everybody wants a Tory song. Everybody. And this happens to you, and you get sentenced to 13 years. You have to go from being on top to going into a cell for 13 years. 13 years. If y'all, I'm using my phone for the GoPro and stuff, so I can't even use my phone. But y'all calculate how many days is that, y'all? How many? Y'all don't know how many days is that? How many days is that? Man, like I just that just sucks. That just sucks. Like I said, what I want to do for real is I pray for both of them. I pray for peace and healing for Megan. I just imagine the type of mail and messages come her way. I can just imagine the type of hate come our way. And prayers to Tory family because they lost a son, a father, the entertainment world. We lost a great talented singer, artist, rapper, producer. I'm just praying for both families in healing and just, I don't know. I feel like saying that I don't want Tory to go to jail is kind of like being anti-Megan a little bit, and it's not that at all. I just hate seeing people getting taken away from their families and going to jail, and then I hate seeing women not being taken up for it either. This is a really like challenging case for the culture, for real. But I do wish peace for both of them and healing for both of them, and hopefully like whatever happens, whatever comes out of this is definitely a lesson learned out here. Temporary emotions, y'all. Temporary emotions. Do not act on temporary emotions because that can get you permanent consequences, as we can see. So that's how I feel about it, you guys. We'll keep updated. I'll keep you updated about this. Hopefully, like I said, the verdict should be coming back soon. So we'll see. But that concludes this video, you guys. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe. Do that for me. Hit that bell as well. Follow me on all social media platforms. That is she.chanel. And until we meet again, you guys, we are out.
People say I don't belong here. How the hell she get her own tear? In my heart, y'all put no fear. Fuck you, nigga, just to be clear. I'm tired of all of y'all fake misses. Acting like you really fuck with me. See you skimming, really want my spot. You claim me bully, but I know you not. Little thick bitch in my bars, heavy in my flow, deadly my